first, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. As always, we appreciate you joining us, and we live stream here every weekday from the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, starting around 1 p.m., going throughout the afternoon, covering a wide range of topics. So thanks for being a part of this. Something we have been talking about is coming up on October 7th, and that is the Oregon Charity Championship Golf Tournament. A number of different nonprofits and charitable organizations, all doing wonderful things, are going to be participating in that, competing for a top prize, but also just letting everybody know about the wonderful work they do, and that's what we're helping to spread the word about. One of those is the Maurice Lucas Foundation. You know the name Maurice Lucas, and you probably know the name of David Lucas, who is the executive director, joining us right here with, I have to say, hands down, you have already won Backdrop of the Year award so far for this show, and we talked to a lot of people, but I mean, for me, this is number one. David, and we might have to talk about that here in a minute, but David, thank you for being here. And as I mentioned, Maurice Lucas, your dad, everybody knows his name and just how amazing he was, both for on the court, I mean, the enforcer on the court, but also just how much he loved Portland and how much Portland loved him back for that, and just what he did for the community. And that's why I wanted to talk, just to start off kind of about the foundation and just how you all and what you've been doing here for so many years and continuing that legacy and what it is that you do here for the community.
Yep, absolutely. So we started about 14 years ago when my dad passed away from cancer. Huge in the community, huge in giving back, huge to providing opportunities and resources to our underserved youth in our community. And that's what we do. We provide a 13-year comprehensive program for our underserved youth from 6th grade all the way through their masters. Our middle school program, we're with them 4 to 5 days a week. We have an elective portion, we have an after-school portion, we have a sports component, internships, job shadows, educational field trips, college campus tours. We provide a lot of different things, financial assistance programs, so if families are in hardship. It's basically a wraparound program that doesn't just wrap around the student, but also wraps around the siblings and the parents as well. So if the parents ever need any counseling or anything, or finances, we're there to provide those resources for the students and families.
I mean, that's so comprehensive of just everything that you're doing there. That's a lot. That's a lot of providing a lot of working. I mean, from an organizational standpoint, how are you able to do that and able to assist so many people like that in the community?
Well, I think it's about need, right? It's about, everyone goes through different things in their lifetimes, and, with COVID and hardship, all these different things have popped up. And, again, we're with these kids not just for after school, we're with them for 13 years of their lives. So more than half of their lives, the times they graduate from getting their masters. And so we want to be able to provide as many resources as we can and go deeper with our students and families versus to just spread out and serve 100,000 students and families. We'd rather serve 3,000-4,000 students and families and just provide a lot of resources with them. But we have a good team. Sheila Zachary is our program director and chief of staff. She's absolutely amazing.
Well, I think you mentioned it's, correct me if I'm wrong, 14 years. Is that right?
Correct.
That you've been going since Maurice is passing away, and during that time, that's a lot of time to be involved with these students, a lot of time to be involved with these families. How does it feel for you, being involved this long, to see that progression and see the difference that this foundation has made for each one of those kids and their families?
It's definitely fulfilling. We're giving back to charities and donating time and community work as a little kid. So it's been instilled in us since we were little from my father and my mom. And so it's kind of natural. We're just, amplified it, since my dad passed. But it's fulfilling. It's to see a student enter our program as, I don't know what I'm going to do. They're 6th graders and they're just kind of like, out there. And to see them become men and women, and graduate from high school, then graduate from college, and now going to get their masters, and some of them are getting engaged and getting married. So it's like these kids are really growing before our eyes.
Yeah, I would imagine you're part of their family too, in some way, shape, or form.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Which is, I would imagine, a whole different kind of rewarding on that too. Well, with all of this work that you do, tell us, how do you work with the community on getting support to make sure that you can do all of these things?
I think that we're fully funded by corporate and private giving. We don't have any government funding. And so we put on a series of fundraisers, a celebrity golf tournament, a huge gala. We raised over $1 million last Friday. We gave Damen Liller the Community Impact Award. So to see him come back, a year later and, all the community work that he's done, we, truly highlighted him and honored Bill Walton in his passing and named the Bill Walton Community Impact Award after him. But just trying to keep, the community together. And, we support a lot of students and families. And we also like to highlight a lot of my dad's old teammates and friends that, helped pave the way, for him. So it's all hands on deck for sure.
Yeah, I mean, most definitely. And yeah, definitely, the Damen Liller Award. And you're looking at somebody like that too. I mean, yeah, he's in Milwaukee now. That's for its reasons, but still here, with all the charitable work that he's done here in town, and just, you and your dad and so many different players and former players too. What do you think it is about the city of Portland that for these players that want to continue to give back that means so much to them? What is it that's drawn them to this?
I think that having basketball and then the Timbers, I think only having basketball, no baseball, no football really helps. It's the only show when it comes to basketball and football and baseball. And it's, been like that for a long time. Right. So, and then, just the players embrace the city. They give back to the community. They're out there volunteering. They're supporting all different nonprofits and charity work. And, our community loves that because it's so needed. Right. They want, my dad used to do that back in the day. He'd have Magic Johnson and Dr. J and all these, Charles Barkley coming to town. And, they weren't coming here without that, right? So,
right.
You put events on, you put these causes together, and it brings a family together and to help support the community. So I think our community just loves that. And Dame has been a tremendous supporter of our community, and he does a lot of things in silent and doesn't talk about it, doesn't need to be on social media talking about it, and it shows, and it's worth being honored for that.
Yeah. And I think that's great, just acknowledging that. But the work that you do, you all are doing just such amazing things for the community. And I do have to transition from that, talking about the great work that you're doing. You also are an athlete. You're going to be competing. Well, I don't know if you're going to be competing, but personally, I'll ask you about that. But the Oregon Charity Championship Golf Tournament, obviously competing for some funds. So the first thing I'll ask is, if you win, if the Maurice Lucas Foundation does win the tournament, what do you plan to do with those funds?
I think we're going to serve more students and families. There's been a scarcity on food. So we're starting to provide food, meals, snacks every day during school, after school, and supper. So it could go toward that, or it could go toward our financial assistance program and help with hardship. It can go just for our general funds. But there's so many different areas because we have so many different programs that can help. But we'll definitely serve more students and families. And it's a fun event too. So.
Yeah, I mean, and so many great organizations that that are a part of this and getting to showcase all of them. Now, for you personally, are you going to be competing in this?
I'm playing.
You are? Okay.
So it depends. The winners of my celebrity golf tournament advance and play into this. That's how I set it up. But last year, one of the guys couldn't play, and I believe that one of the guys can't play this year, so I might be able to play. But we're going to see. It's going to be a game time decision to see if all four of them can return and play in this tournament again. All
right, but you're waiting there in the wings to swoop in if need be.
I'm waiting, but either way, we're representing the Maurice Lucas Foundation, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
They're better golfers than I am, I'll tell you that. They're better golfers than me.
Well, it's still going to be exciting to see that, and just the whole tournament, and congratulations on everything you do. Now, I did mention this at the beginning. This is purely me asking for this, but I know other people at home are too. Would you mind showing us just some of the jerseys behind you really quick? If that's
man.
Possible.
Well, this one's the mothership. This one is the starting five for the 7-7 championship teams. So you got Bill Walton, you got Dave Torzig, Bobby Gross, my dad, and Lionel Hollins, and they're all autographs. And
wow.
It's trained by Collection Connection. Then I got the 89-90 team right here. You can't see it in the camera, but this is a starting five for the. So you got Clyde, Buck,
I can see Porter and Duckworth right there.
Yep, Terry and Duckworth, and that's double framed. And then I got Bill Russell signed jersey. I got my Oregon State signed jersey when I played there. Kobe Bryant signed jersey. Damen Liller, Anthony Simons. And then on this wall, you got, a bunch of other stuff. Every space in my office is covered with memorabilia. So I got a lot.
I don't know if you've done a tour of it, but you should definitely do some kind of
I got a
social media
championship
tour.
trophy over there. I got the Team 77 signed ball over there. I got the shoe my dad wore in the championship game. I got Bill Ross signed ball here. Here's another team signed ball. All the 77 guys right here.
Of all the 77 guys signing that right there.
All 12 autographs.
That's a pristine ball too. I mean, that is.
Yep. So
Dang, man.
that's a collectors right there. But I've been collecting and I have a lot of my dad's stuff. So this is nothing. I have a lot more.
I bet you do. But thank you for just sharing some of that and just
Absolutely.
and thank you for everything that you do with the foundation and just helping out so many people in so many different ways. I mean, it's really tremendous and really appreciated by the community and by everybody here. And thanks for doing what you do, and thanks for having some time to talk to us here on Fox 12 Now too.
Yeah, shout out to Fox 12. Shout out to John and Athena at Green Barn Events for putting on this amazing event. They do a tremendous job. I'm just excited to see all the charities come together and a bunch of good golfers and compete for a great cause.
Yep, absolutely. All of those things. And David, man, thank you very much for joining us here. I appreciate it a lot.
Yep, absolutely. Anytime. Take care.
You too. And for everybody who's watching, we are live, but we're going to go ahead and take a break. Thank you for joining us. This is Fox 12 Now. We're live here every weekday starting at 1, going throughout the afternoon. You can share all these segments, Fox 12 Oregon YouTube channel, KPTV.com, or the Fox 12 Oregon app. So thanks for being a part of it. We appreciate it. I'll sign off for now. I'll talk to you soon. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.